Most people are terrified of being alone. The moment silence enters the room, they reach for their phones, open social media, or surround themselves with distractions. Not because they enjoy it, but because being alone forces them to confront the one person they've been avoiding their entire lives, themselves. Before we continue, put on your headphones and listen carefully, because this isn't just another video to watch in the background. This is a message you need to hear. And if you're serious about self-improvement, mental strength, and using Stoic wisdom to build a better life, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss these powerful lessons. Now, let me ask you something uncomfortable. Can you sit alone in a quiet room, with nothing but your thoughts for 30 minutes? No phone, no music, no distractions, just you and your own mind. If that idea makes you uncomfortable, then this video may be exactly what you need right now. The truth is, if you can't be alone, you'll constantly depend on other people, external validation, and endless distractions to feel okay. But the Stoics understood something that most people today have forgotten. The strongest relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. If you cannot find peace within your own company, no amount of attention, success, relationships, or achievements will ever truly satisfy you. In a world addicted to constant stimulation, learning to be alone has become a superpower. Because solitude doesn't weaken you, it reveals who you really are. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why mastering the ability to be alone might be one of the most important skills you can develop in your entire life. So stay with me until the very end, because what you're about to hear could completely change the way you see solitude forever. Think about it for a moment. Why are so many people afraid of being alone? Why do we constantly seek noise, entertainment, and the presence of others? Because solitude removes all distractions. It leaves you face to face with your thoughts, your insecurities, your fears, and the parts of yourself you've been trying to ignore. And for many people, that's terrifying. This is why countless people jump from one relationship to another, constantly check their phones for notifications, or fill every quiet moment with endless scrolling. It's not always because they enjoy these things. Sometimes, it's because silence forces them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves. But here's what most people don't realize. Avoiding solitude doesn't eliminate those fears. It only delays them. The more you run from yourself, the less you'll understand who you truly are. And if you don't understand yourself, how can you know what you really want from life? The Stoics believed that solitude wasn't punishment, it was an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful men in the world, valued moments of reflection and inner dialogue. He understood that true strength isn't built by constantly seeking external approval. It's built by developing inner peace and becoming comfortable with your own company. Now, being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. Loneliness is feeling disconnected even when surrounded by people. Solitude, on the other hand, is choosing to spend time with yourself in a meaningful way. One drains you, the other helps you grow. Think about some of the greatest ideas, breakthroughs, and personal transformations in your life. They probably didn't happen when you were distracted by noise and endless stimulation. They happened during quiet moments, when you had the chance to think deeply, reflect honestly, and understand yourself better. The problem is that modern society has conditioned us to believe that being alone is something to avoid. We're taught that constant social interaction equals happiness. But if you depend entirely on other people for your sense of worth, what happens when they're not there? What happens when life forces you to stand on your own? If you can't enjoy your own company, you'll constantly seek validation from others. You'll tolerate unhealthy relationships because you're afraid of being alone. You'll make decisions based on acceptance rather than authenticity. And slowly, without realizing it, you'll begin living a life that doesn't truly belong to you. But when you learn to be alone, something powerful happens. You stop chasing approval. You become more confident in your decisions. You gain clarity about what truly matters. And perhaps most importantly, you discover that your happiness was never meant to depend entirely on external circumstances. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. Humans need connection. Relationships matter. Community matters. But the healthiest relationships are built by people who are already comfortable with themselves. Because when you're at peace alone, you choose relationships out of love and connection, not out of fear and dependence. And this is where most people get it wrong. They spend years trying to find someone who makes them feel complete, without first learning how to be complete on their own. The truth is, the relationship you have with yourself sets the standard for every other relationship in your life. So ask yourself honestly, Are you avoiding solitude because you're afraid of being alone, or because you're afraid of what you might discover about yourself in the silence? Because answering that question could change everything. One of the greatest benefits of learning to be alone is that you finally begin to hear your own voice instead of the opinions of everyone around you. In a world where people are constantly telling you who to be, what to believe, and how to live, solitude gives you the space to ask an important question. What do I truly want? Not what society expects, not what other people approve of, but what genuinely matters to you. This is why so many successful and mentally strong individuals intentionally spend time alone. They understand that solitude creates clarity. It allows you to reflect on your mistakes without judgment, evaluate your goals honestly, and reconnect with the values that guide your life. Without moments of solitude, it's easy to spend years climbing a ladder, only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. The Stoics practiced this regularly. They used quiet moments to examine their thoughts, prepare for challenges, and strengthen their minds. They knew that external chaos becomes much easier to handle when you develop internal stability. And internal stability is often built in moments of silence, reflection, and solitude. If being alone currently makes you uncomfortable, don't worry. You don't have to isolate yourself for days or completely change your lifestyle overnight. Start small. Spend 10 minutes each day without distractions. Go for a walk without your phone. Sit quietly with your thoughts. Write in a journal. Read a book that challenges your perspective. Gradually teach yourself that being alone is not something to fear. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may become aware of thoughts you've been avoiding or emotions you've been suppressing. But that's not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that you're finally paying attention to yourself. Growth often begins with discomfort. The conversations you avoid having with yourself are sometimes the ones you need the most. Over time, you'll notice something remarkable. You'll become less reactive to criticism because your self-worth won't depend entirely on other people's opinions. You'll stop seeking constant validation because you'll begin validating yourself. You'll make decisions based on your values instead of your fears. And you'll discover a level of confidence that doesn't disappear when you're alone. Because true confidence isn't the ability to command a room full of people. True confidence is being able to sit alone with yourself and still feel whole. It's knowing that your value doesn't increase when others approve of you, and it doesn't decrease when they don't. The truth is, the person you'll spend the most time with throughout your entire life is yourself. Every success, every failure, every challenge, and every victory, you'll experience them with you. So it makes sense to build a healthy relationship with the one person who will always be there. Learning to be alone isn't about withdrawing from the world. It's about becoming strong enough that your peace no longer depends on the world constantly going your way. And once you reach that point, you'll realize that solitude was never your enemy. It was one of your greatest teachers. So how do you actually become comfortable being alone? The answer isn't to isolate yourself from everyone around you. The answer is to stop treating solitude like a punishment and start seeing it as an opportunity. An opportunity to understand yourself better. An opportunity to heal. An opportunity to grow into the person you're meant to become. Start by creating intentional moments of solitude in your daily life. Put your phone away for a while. Take a walk without music or distractions. Sit quietly with your thoughts. Journal about your fears, your goals, and the kind of life you truly want. At first, your mind may resist. You may feel restless or uncomfortable. That's normal. You've spent years teaching yourself to escape silence. It takes time to learn how to embrace it. The Stoics believe that peace comes not from controlling the world around you, but from mastering the world within you. And you can't master your inner world if you're constantly running away from it. Solitude gives you the chance to understand your emotions instead of being controlled by them. It allows you to recognize your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and improve without the pressure of external expectations. Another important step is learning to enjoy your own company. Treat yourself with the same kindness, patience, and understanding that you would offer to someone you deeply care about. Too many people become their own harshest critics. They seek acceptance from others while constantly rejecting themselves. But real confidence begins when you stop fighting who you are and start working on becoming who you want to be. Remember, being alone doesn't mean you have failed. It doesn't mean you're unlovable, unwanted, or falling behind in life. Some of the most transformative periods of growth happen during seasons of solitude. These moments teach you independence. They strengthen your resilience. They help you discover what truly matters to you beyond the noise of other people's opinions. And when you finally become comfortable being alone, something incredible happens. You stop settling for relationships that drain you simply because you're afraid of loneliness. You stop seeking validation from people who don't truly value you. You stop making decisions based on fear. Instead, you begin choosing people, opportunities, and experiences that genuinely align with your values and your vision for life. The truth is, the goal isn't to avoid relationships or disconnect from others. Human connection is important. We all need love, friendship, and community. But those relationships become healthier and stronger when they come from a place of wholeness rather than desperation. When you're comfortable alone, you don't need others to complete you. You choose them because they add meaning and joy to an already fulfilling life. If you can't be alone today, don't judge yourself for it. Instead, see it as an invitation to grow. Start small. Spend a few minutes each day without distractions. Learn to sit with your thoughts. Learn to enjoy your own presence. Over time, what once felt uncomfortable will begin to feel empowering, because the greatest relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Long after the opinions of others fade away, after circumstances change, and after life takes unexpected turns, you'll still have yourself. So invest in that relationship, strengthen it, nurture it. Learn to trust yourself, respect yourself, and enjoy your own company. The Stoics understood a timeless truth. A person who is at peace with themselves can find peace almost anywhere, but a person who is constantly at war with themselves will struggle to find peace anywhere at all. So don't fear solitude. Use it. Let it teach you who you are. Let it help you grow stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. Because learning to be alone isn't about becoming lonely. It's about becoming free. Free from constant validation. Free from unhealthy dependence. Free to live according to your own values and purpose. And one day, you'll realize that the moments you once feared the most became the moments that transformed your life the most. Because solitude didn't break you, it built you. If you can learn to be alone and truly enjoy your own company, you'll discover something that many people spend their entire lives searching for: peace within yourself. And once you have that, no one can take it away from you. If this video resonated with you, take a moment and ask yourself this question: am I comfortable being alone, or am I constantly running from myself? Be honest with your answer, because self-awareness is the first step toward growth. Now, I want to hear from you. Go down to the comments and complete this sentence: today, I choose to find peace within myself. Your words might inspire someone else who is struggling with the same journey. If you found value in this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more Stoic wisdom, self-improvement, and mental strength content designed to help you become the strongest version of yourself. Remember, learning to be alone isn't about isolating yourself from the world. It's about building a relationship with yourself so strong that your happiness no longer depends entirely on external validation. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, embrace solitude, and never stop becoming the person you're meant to be. I'll see you in the next video.